Welcome back. We're chatting with our musical guest, and we have Powa. This is Nick Passey. Welcome back.
Hello.
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 So we were talking about Folk Hogan, and now you're doing this thing too.
Yeah. I've been playing solo for about a year now. I've got an album that I just released on April 21st on vinyl record, and it's
exciting.
It's really cool. The art is cool. The disc itself is transparent electric blue, and so it's a beautiful thing to hold, and awesome. It's cut at 45 RPM, even though it's a 12-inch record, and so it sounds really good, and it's been a blast to release that and play some shows and just
it's really cool.
Do it all.
What was the decision process to? I assume you've been writing over the years, but what was the decision to get out and do the solo thing and step out a little bit?
I just wanted to put more music in my life, and this was a really good way to fill the weekends or the off days or the weekdays that Folk Hogan wasn't out gigging. And the thing that's really unique about going from a band to a solo setting is that there are a lot of opportunities to play different kinds of gigs where maybe a full band wouldn't work. A lot of the time I play acoustically, and it's easy to fit into a small space, or maybe there's a lot of great places I'm finding that have live music all the time that don't necessarily want a big full band.
Sure.
But in the case that they do, I have a bass player and a drummer that I can throw on stage as well, and so it's just been fun to get out there and do what you love.
Yeah, good for you. Talk about writing and about this particular group of songs.
Well, writing with Folk Hogan, there's 6 of us, and it's a very communal process. A lot of bands, it'll be one person, and with Folk Hogan, we all come together and we all write our own parts, and many of us are multi-instrumentalists, and we can give good suggestions about, hey, if you play this here or there, or with this rhythm or with this feeling, or those kind of things. Well, going from that and having all of that synergy of everyone putting together the songs to solo, a lot of these songs start out with just me and an acoustic guitar, and they actually come together in the recording studio, and that's where we add drums, and that's where we add bass, and I've been recording at Full Fidelity Studios in right off of State Street in Murray with Steve, and we'll sit down and we'll come up with a project plan and a scope of how things are going to sound. And this song is going to sound like this, and it's going to have this feeling, and the drums are going to be like this. And we create playlists of sounds and textures that we like, and we plan the whole thing out because there's complete freedom to do exactly what you want.
Sure.
And when you're tracking one musician at a time, and coming from a solo standpoint, I have full control over that. So it's very different. And then writing just kind of happens all the time, and it's just something that I do on a daily basis, and I end up throwing a lot of things away and keeping the good ones, and it's a constant exercise.
It's very cool. I really enjoy that these songs have a very open, breathing, sort of atmospheric feel. Is that your natural voice? Is that?
Yeah, I really like kind of these darker, more open, slower, sad songs. When I'm listening to music, and it's very, very important to me, a lot of the times I'm listening to sad music because it's just something that I gravitate towards. I love happy music, obviously. I love all types of music, but specifically, it's a coping mechanism for me to listen to sad songs when I'm down. I like listening to heavy songs or sad songs or going through the things in life, and so it's been really fun to make that kind of music and make connections with the fans, and gain that same type of important space in their lives.
Yeah, that's really cool stuff. What's happening now? You got gigs coming up shortly here that you'd like to tell folks about?
All of the gigs.
Sweet.
So I will be in Ogden this Saturday, and I am playing at the Sand Trap. And then after that, I play at Este in Sugar House on May the 20th and the 10th, May the 10th. But all of these shows, you can find them all listed under nickpassey.com/events. And I'm booked out many months, and I've got lots of different kinds of gigs. And so, I'll probably hit your city at some point.
You going to do a tour?
I did one 9-day tour last April.
And I remember you and Jeff Dillon headed out.
Yeah, and I'm going to tour a little bit more. The most immediate thing that I will be doing is some more out-of-state gigs. Before another full-blown tour, I'm going to fly out and visit Philadelphia, and I'm going to fly out and visit some of these hot spots where I've got a few fans.
Oh, that's great.
Just do the weekend warrior kind of thing. And,
sure.
And, the beauty of being able to carry a guitar and that's all your gear onto a plane means that I don't have to drive a big bulky van.
Right. You don't have to do that.
So
good for you.
That's
man.
the next thing, and then eventually there will be a tour. I want to do a house tour where I'm playing living rooms, and I think that would just be really fun. And it's a little bit more intentional. You're not competing with, the big TVs playing sports on the walls. And,
sure. It's a different kind of vibe.
It's a different kind of vibe. It's very intentional, and it's it's a rising movement right now for singer-songwriters.
Yeah, I was going to say it's where people actually listen to your tunes.
Yeah, they're there for that purpose, and you're not trying to steal their attention from something else.
Exactly. Hey, let's get out of here so we can take a quick commercial break, and you can come back and play one more tune.
All right.
More Nick Passey after this.